What's up, boys? We are back on the grind with the Temu bike. So we just got front suspension and a whole bunch of other goodies. Let's get into it. Okay, I went ahead and cracked open this box, and as you can see, there was a hole poking out, and it kind of chipped off my paint. This side too. Anywho, paint's not that important, but look how nice and clean that looks. Hopefully this suspension is going to be pretty good. It looks like we do have to assemble the forks, which shouldn't be that bad. So let's get into it. But here's the top of the fork. Here's the other strut or shock, if you would, and the instructions. And it came wrapped in all that, and I just took it out to make it easier. Chunk that, and there we go. Let's get into it. Okay, first I think we should take off the front forks first so we can kind of compare it with the new ones and kind of get an idea where we need to put the spacing. So let's get these things off. Got to get the handlebars off and transfer everything to the new one. Okay, we can just move those handlebars to the side. And now let's focus on the fork. All we have to do is just take off that bolt. That fork tube bolt should just slide right out. It was a 12. So get that over there. And a 13 on the bottom. Just loosen it up. Now let's see about setting this thing up. Should be pretty hard. There we go. Set that down, and now we got the front forks. Let's go to the table. Guys, it's about to come down. That is not good, but let's just get this fender off. Maybe we can get it in time to go test out these forks, because I really want to try it before it starts raining. There's the fender. Set that to the side where it won't get scratched. Also the bolts too. I don't want to lose those washers. And now let's loosen up this wheel. And it'll slide right in. Our equally sized spacers. And set the wheel off to the side. And there are the standard straight forks. Let's compare this to the new one so we can get the spacing right. Man, it's thundering out there. I don't know if y'all can hear that. It's gonna get bad. Okay, line that up next to there. The only thing the ratchet instructions say is just line these things up. So there's that side, there's this side. We got to make sure that this little bolt or little tab is hanging down, it said. Yep, it's hanging down, and this top one is also the same. What are those for? Is it like a light or something? I really don't know. This fender doesn't have that. So let's get the top fork bolts mounted. Let's get this top one mounted. It says it's a 17 millimeter. There's that. And this just lays right on top. We can tighten these things down. And this one, I swear I brought out a 17. Did I not? Oh, come on. Okay, I got a 17, and let's just tighten these things just a little bit. I'm gonna tighten them the rest of the way on the bike. This isn't gonna have a lot of travel. Not that I know of. Let's move the old fork out of the way. Let's go back to the bike. First off, let's open all this stuff. I think we're gonna have to use the new axle because the little forks are a little longer, and these are silver. I don't want to use silver ones. Oh, and the black spacers are the wrong size. Dang it. It's gonna not look that good. Anywho, we're gonna have to do it. Where's the other thing I had? Here's the new fork tube. Or fork tube bolt. Is it the same size as the old one? Nope, the old one is longer, so we'll have to use the new one. So both the axle and the new fork tube bolt you're gonna have to use. Let's undo that. Let's get back to the bike. Let's get this thing up and slide that down. If it'll go, there we go. Then the bottom, like that. And then the nut. Now we can tighten that. That should still be a 12 and a 13 on the bottom. It is not. Okay, that's tight. Let's tighten these little clamp bolts now. Good thing is they use Loctite. There's a lot of bolts on the plastic chain cover that they didn't use Loctite on. Okay, that's tight enough. Yep, let's go to the other side. Okay, this was a pretty easy install, so let's just get this tire back installed. Shouldn't be that bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Simple, easy, that's just what we like. Woo! Remember when I said simple and easy? Oh, so I take that back. That was a pain. Holy cow. Man, guys, I am so sorry for the fan noise. It's like working in a sauna in here. Look at my arm. Anywho, enough complaining. Let's get these handlebars on. Woo! I can't even wear glasses. They just fall off. Looks like we're gonna have to use the same handlebar bolts and clamps that came with the bike. So that's easy enough. Okay, here's handlebar number uno. Let's put a clamp there and a clamp on the bottom with the bolt. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera. Like that. Let's get a nut. Let's do the same for the other side. And let's tighten these things up. Here's the fender. Let's get these little bolts, and now they're gonna have to go into reverse. So like they're coming out of the fender now instead of just screwing in, which makes it harder, but I guess we have to do it. It's just one of those things. There's one. Let's get the other bolts. All right, boys. Let's go see if we can take it for a ride before it starts pouring down rain. Sorry if the camera's a little fogged up. It's literally a sauna in the garage. I'm sweating my rear off. It is thundering so bad outside. So let's see if we can beat the rain. Okay, now we're ready. This is the first time sitting on it. Oh, that feels so cheap. And they weren't cheap. So let's see if it starts first start. Highly doubt it, but we'll try it. Nope.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Oh, the fuel was off. Okay, that explains a lot. Now let's try to sit on it. Let that bowl fill up. Okay. Now let's try. What? There we go. Woo! Oh, the wind feels nice. Idle it up a little bit. Front suspension's so nice going up the driveway. Holy cow. Oh, it's nowhere near that thing, but it's still decent. Okay. We almost got soaked. Wow. Alrighty, those of y'all who remember me saying I'm not gonna touch this thing, it's perfect, it's the exact way I want it, and I'm not gonna touch it until it blows up. Well, quite change of plans. We were at Harbor Freight this morning and they have their parking lot sale going on, but our specific Harbor Freight had like a scratch and dent sale going on. And well, this happened to be there. So complete impulse buy. I don't know what was wrong with it, but they said it was 116 bucks and then they had an additional like 20% off. So I ended up getting like 90 bucks for this thing. Completely unexpected. I was not going in there for a motor, but came out with a motor. So you already know that there's a 212 in that one. Why don't we put a 212 in here? Kind of the same build as the CT200U. I don't know if y'all remember that build. We did a billet rod, we did a billet flywheel, we did 265 cam, 18 valve springs, but I have an idea of doing like a budget version. So I'm gonna go off like completely cheap Amazon listings and like do that little cast aluminum flywheel. I've never tried one of those. Kind of want to, so we'll get one of those. We'll do the 22-pound valve springs because it just comes with the flywheel. And as for a cam, I think we'll just do the same 265 that I did in the other build. And we'll have to find some kind of budget billet rod. I know the ARC one's there, but that's like a $100 rod. Let me know if you have any suggestions for a budget rod we can throw in this thing. What else can we do with it? Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. I'm super stoked about this build. Getting a new engine is always really amazing, but this little 79cc is still kicking. I don't know what we should do with it. Should we just keep it in here until we see the rod come out, or should we take it off, save it for another build, and just put the 224 in there? I'm open to it. Let's see if that 224 runs because I have a 5-day guarantee on that thing, so let's go see if it fires up. Okay, I'm sure y'all know the drill. Let's get some oil in this thing, and let's get this thing fired up. So let's get the oil dipstick out. Let's get our funnel. Put that sucker in there, and those y'all know I like to run just a little splash STP, just a little oil stabilizer, just to improve oil performance and it doesn't burn, etc, etc, etc. Just a little splash of that, and now let's get our oil, finish off this little can. It did not come with oil, even though this is a used engine. It did not come with oil, so we are filling it up. Yep, all right, that's full. Get the fill cap slash dipstick, tighten it down. Okay, let's fill her up with some gas. Okay, let's throw a little bit of gas in there, just a wee bit, because we don't know how long it'll take to blow up that other motor. Oh, that's lovely. I'm sure y'all saw all of that. Now let's wait a few. That's exactly what I wanted to avoid. Let's go try to fire this thing up. Get the fuel on. Fuel has been on. Choke on. Let's put that. Let's not put that full throttle. I think that's loose. The pull cover is a little loose. Just give it a pull. Oh, I am stupid. Holy cow. Kill switch. Let's try choke one more time. I'd say it works pretty good. Definitely worth it. With that being said, I look forward to hearing y'all's opinion. Oh, why? Why must they use terrible quality stickers? Holy cow, you know? I don't even think this is worth it. I literally might go grab the pull cover from the 224 from the B200 and throw that on. Okay, this one maybe. Oh, and it's sticky underneath. Since this was like that, I bet money this was somebody's for a mini bike that they returned. Why else would you do that unless it's for a mini bike? A little tip right there, I guess. I will definitely be switching that around. Also, there's a bolt missing. That's why it was loose. There's a bolt missing from the pull cover. Also, another thing that I saw, there's no hose. Can y'all see that? There's no hose on the valve cover. The hose is just chilling right under the valve cover. See if I can get it out. See the hose right there? That hose should be inside the valve cover, and it's not. Look at that. So this goes around the coil and should be inside the valve cover. So I guess this engine would be a good contestant to take apart, do a tear down and a full build on, just to see what Harbor Freight standards are for these engines to be sent out again or to be resold. So stay tuned for this build. It should be pretty fun. But in the meantime, I'm gonna give that little 79cc some hell while we build this thing. So stay tuned for that. With that being said, I want to say thank y'all for watching. These forks 100 times better than the straight forks. That's just terrible. Also, I'm very excited to hear y'all's input on this motor. Let me know what you think. Would you have bought it at Harbor Freight for 90 bucks, even though it is used and I guess missing some pieces? But hey, would y'all have bought it? Let me know down below. I have some bloopers at the end of the video. I'm gonna start making that a thing. Every video is now gonna have bloopers at the end. Also, I hope y'all like the new intros that I'm kind of figuring out how to do. Just little stuff. And I also am changing up the music. As some of y'all said, the old one's getting kind of tired. Sometimes I'll mix that one in. I have like about 5 or 6 different background music that I'll mix it up, so it's not just the same annoying music over and over again. But as for now, that's gonna wrap it up. Looking forward to hearing all y'all's comments. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I hope to see y'all in the next one. Forks, let's get the okay, first I think we should take off the front forks. Oh my god. Okay, first I think we should take off the forks. Is that thunder? Uh-oh, that's not good if I want to ride it right now. And all the ratchet hat. Let's lift up the bike. Never mind. Get on there. Let's put a clamp. Here's the fender. That fell off. Let's see if that 212, there we go. And drop, did y'all see that? Freaking caught that. Right under the valve. Ooh, that exhaust is hot. The valve cover. Gosh dang it.